Okay, I am hoping this works because I just talked a bunch of nothing in the last video. And it makes me kind of sad because I was actually saying some good stuff. And usually I'm not able to like repeat what I said before. So this should work because there's an option on here, and I don't know why there's an option for the audio to use Google Voice or whatever. It's the most stupidest thing. Yes, Victoria, I'm so sorry. For whatever reason, on the settings, you're able to click like Google Meets virtual audio. And I'm like, how and where am I using Google Meets? Tell me, YouTube, tell me where and why. So I clicked the option that said MacBook input, what's it called? Audio. So it should work now. Thank you so much. Because I would have went on for an hour. That video would have been uploaded. I mean, it is uploaded because it's a live, but that one got uploaded and I just spoke 15 minutes into the abyss, because there was nobody else here listening. So sorry about that, but okay, let's start from the beginning, shall we? So this video is about mastering consistency and how to small steps lead to big changes. Hopefully I can kind of remember what I was saying, but let's start all over. So mastering consistency took a lot of trial and error for me. It took a lot of trial and error for me because I was the type of person that did not have control over myself, okay? I allowed all my emotions to get the best of me. I allowed every inconvenience to get the best of me, and I would shut down and do absolutely nothing with my life, okay? My anxiety got the best of me. My depression got the best of me. And mastering, I feel like there's a ghost in here because I hear stuff over there. Anyway, so mastering consistency is a lot of control, self-control. Now there's more people going on this live. Maybe it was because no one was able to hear me in my last live. Okay. So anyway, so mastering consistency is having that control. It's having that control over yourself. So like I said, before I was able to even control myself, I was the type of person that would just flake. I would make plans and then I would just flake on myself. I consider this kind of just like dating yourself, and how much do you trust yourself to actually do the work, to actually go in and be like, hey, I'm going to show up for this date. I'm going to show up for this plan. I'm going to show up for this routine. Mastering consistency is being able to control yourself, to control your emotions, to control your mind, and show up for the plans that you had set out for yourself. So I was the type of person that would flake, okay? I would say today is the day I'm going to be a full-time content creator, and I'm going to show up for myself, and I'm going to put out like 30 videos in a month, and I'm going to be the biggest creator ever, right? I would say that day one. And then by day 7, I would probably only have uploaded 2 videos. And then the following week, I would be out of my routine already and have done nothing with myself. I was inconsistent, okay? I used to have a YouTube channel 10 years ago where I was inconsistent for 10 years and I only got 2,000 subscribers, okay? So when I tell you, like, I've had a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of trial and error. Now I've created this whole new YouTube channel. Now I'm like in it to win it. I'm in this mindset to keep going. So believe me when I say this is about controlling yourself. And I'm going to give you guys the 3 changes that you need to master this self-control. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and like. And if you're watching new to this channel, please consider to subscribe. And I will be making an announcement closer to the end of this live. So stay tuned. But before then, let's get on to the number 1 change. So your number 1 change that you have to do is you need to meet yourself where you're at, which is the mindset, right? You need to meet yourself where you are at currently. I, before, used to be the type that would make the most outrageous plans. I would be like, I'm going to work out 5 days out of the week. I'm going to work out in my living room, and I'm going to put a 30-minute like yoga workout routine. And I'm going to do this until the end of time. I'm going to lose a lot of weight and blah, 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 right? I, however, am not a person who can work out early in the morning. I can wake up early, but I can't work out early in the morning. I was the type of person that cannot for the life of me work at home. I don't know what it is. I send me to the gym, but I cannot work out at home. I can't put a YouTube video and like finish it. I would be like, ugh, I'm done. This is over with. I'm done with this. So I wasn't meeting myself where I was at. I was putting myself in plans that I could not meet. I was putting myself in plans that I could not follow through with. So then I quickly learned that, okay, I'm not able to show up in that way. Maybe at some point I'd be able to show up like working out at home if I had a little bit more discipline. Now I probably would be able to, but back then I wouldn't be able to. But I wasn't able to work out the way that I did. So I was like, how can I meet myself where I'm at? If I know me, myself, and I, that there's so many distractions happening at home, and I will get very, very lazy very quickly with a YouTube video at home. How do I meet myself? I'm like, you know what? Something that I can actually do is I can go walking for 30 minutes. That's something I love to do. It's so easy. I don't have to fight myself to do it. I would be able to show up. So that's when I started meeting myself where I was at. It does not mean you cannot build yourself up to working out at home or whatever the case your thing is that you can't like do and you can't be consistent with. You can work your way up there. So I started going walking for 30 minutes, and I was doing that consistently. And why do we do this? Why do we meet ourselves where we're at? It's because we want to practice progress, and we want to practice showing up for ourselves. Once you get into that rhythm of having a routine and showing up for yourself every single day, you're going to start feeling good. You're going to start being like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like I'm making progress. Maybe it's not as much progress as you would if you were at the gym doing weights and stuff, but it's okay. Progress is still progress. Progress is the magic sauce. I say this all the time. So keep that in mind. Write it down. So we want to practice making progress with ourselves. We want to practice having that mindset of showing up. So we make the routine of I'm going to go out and I'm going to work out. I'm going to go walk for 30 minutes 5 days of the week. You do that. Cool. You go and you work out and you do it for 30 minutes, and then you do that for the entire month. And guess what? You start doing it. You start doing it every single day. You start building up that routine. You start showing up for yourself. And then after a while, you can start building yourself up and up and up. So you meet yourself where you're at. So if you're making goals for yourself that are too high that you can't accomplish it where you are at right now, it's probably the reason why you're not showing up for yourself. It's because you're not working your plan around who you are as a person. Instead, you're taking bits and pieces from everyone who's saying like, oh, you should go. This is what I did to lose weight. I worked out for 30 minutes at home, and then I did a HIIT workout 5 days of the week, and you start doing that. And then you see that person, like they have the body that you want, but you some way, somehow just can't show up for yourself in that way. You're like, what's wrong with me that I can't do that? What's wrong with me that I can't have the body that they have? Because they clearly have done it, so it should work, so therefore it should work for me, right? Wrong. It's because that's something that they were capable of doing. You're not capable of doing that, and that's totally okay. It just means that your story is completely different. And that's where I fell with myself. Okay, I was like, why is it that everybody else is able to be consistent with uploading videos? And hi, I don't know how to say your name, but hi, thank you for watching. So that's something that happened to me where it's like, okay, how is it that everyone else is able to show up and become a full-time content creator, and then I'm not able to do it? How is it that I'm going to be inconsistent? Well, I figured out that I wasn't working around my own schedule. I wasn't working around my own energy. I wasn't working around my own time. I was basing it off of someone else's strategy that wasn't working for me. So what I ended up doing is I ended up figuring out what were my strengths and weaknesses were. My weaknesses were the fact that once I got home, I don't have time to film. I don't have time to do any of that. I will be answering questions more towards the end, because if I stop to answer questions in the middle of this, I'm going to lose my train of thought. But I am from Los Angeles, by the way, California. Okay. So anyways, what was I saying? See, I totally forgot what I was saying. Something about my plan. Okay. So I was looking at my strengths and my weaknesses. So my strengths were that my job is very flexible. I get cancellations. Like right now, this is me supposedly having work, right? I work from 8:30 to 4, 8:30 to 4. And if a client cancels in between, I have that hour free to myself. I get to do whatever it is that I want. So that was my strength. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can film during the day, during my work hours, because I have that hour for free anyways. And technically that is my break. And I'm like, I'm just going to utilize my break. My weaknesses were the fact that I can't film once I get home. There's no way I can film because I have kids at home. I don't have a space like to film unless I go downstairs to the car and film. Like I just can't. So then that's how I started to create my own little strategy. I'm like, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And how can I utilize this knowledge that I have to help me be consistent, to help me show up for myself? And this is now why I'm here. I'm uploading consistently. I'm starting to go live, which is something I would have never done a year ago. If you would have told me, Geraldi, you're starting to go live, I would have been like, you're crazy. I'm not doing it. I don't know. It's not for me, okay? So the second thing to mastering consistency is to prioritize your routine. So we just talked about how to create your routine, right? You base it off of the life that you are in, the lives that you're in, the routine that you live every single day. So now that you found kind of your strategy based on your strengths and weaknesses, you prioritize that routine. Every single day, you have to be showing up for yourself in that same way every single day, because the worst thing that you can do is you switch up your routine, you have no idea how to show up for yourself, and then you lose out on that time, that precious time that you do have. Because if you're anything like me, I'm a very busy person as it is every single day. Okay, I have work, I have kids, I have homework, and I have my relation. Like there's so much stuff that just goes on a daily basis that if I don't prioritize me sitting down and filming these videos, and me sitting down and going these lives, me sitting down and working like behind the scenes on like the stuff that I really want to create, I'm going to lose out on all this precious time, and it's just going to go out the window. I'm just going to end up the same way that I did 10 years ago with my last channel. Okay. I prioritize my routine. It's so freaking hard, okay? Do you know how badly I would much rather be out there shopping and going to Marshall's and going to Ross? And I did that for a good while, okay? After a while, those short-term gratifications came to nothing because all that stuff just sits in my house and it's not satisfying anymore. You know what is satisfying? Me putting in the work and showing up to these lives, and then slowly but surely watching the video views go up, watching more and more people like join these lives. Like this is incredible to me. Even though it's 3 freaking people, to me that's incredible, because I'm like, nobody in my life would want to hear me talk, but there's somebody online who wants to hear me and who listens to the things that I say and wants better for themselves as well. So I prioritize my routine now. I prioritize of getting videos uploaded, showing up for you guys, and making quality content, and looking within myself and figuring out what lessons have I learned can I provide for my audience? What lessons have I learned that can be useful to you guys, and trying to present it to you guys in such a way that maybe you haven't thought of before, or videos that are not really out there. Because a lot of these videos, and this is what I hate, a lot of these YouTube videos that are out there, they always explain the same exact things. It's always like, put the SMART goals and make your plans manageable and do manageable steps. Like it doesn't work. For me, at least it doesn't. And it never did. And now that I'm here and I've done it, I'm like, a lot of it has to do with the mindset. A lot of it has to do with your self-esteem, and a lot of it has to do with your desire to want it. That's literally it. That's all it takes. And there's little things that I've learned that I've like twisted myself to kind of hack my brain to do. And so that's when I started to make progress towards my life. So before we get to the last thing, I did want to make a little bit of announcement and check the comments a little quickly. Oh, I speak Spanish as well. Hablo español también. Okay. So my announcement is that I have a workbook coming out, and I want to be able, I know there's only 2 people, but maybe thank you, Victoria. But once I guess more people watch this video, they might want to have it as well. But where did the paper go? Oh yeah, it's over here. Okay, so I have created a workbook, and I want to give it away to 2 people in my community. This workbook I will be selling in the future, but as a giveaway, as like a thank you to you guys, I want to give it away to 2 people, and the just review it and just send me your feedback, as this feedback is so what's it called? It's just so appreciative because it's going to help me make this workbook better for the rest of the community. And there's no set price right now. I haven't priced it, but it is finished. It's a 30-page workbook. It's called the 7-Day Workbook Guide to Stop Procrastination and Become Disciplined. So essentially, these strategies are the strategies that I talk about all the time in all my videos, all the time. Okay. And I kind of just like everything that I've been teaching, I've kind of just smashed it into this workbook. And I literally take you day by day on how to stop procrastination and the steps and the strategies that you need to take in order to cultivate the best routine and the best strategy to help you accomplish your goals. So if you're somebody who just cannot stop, like doesn't know how to become disciplined and just doesn't know how to take themselves out of the world that they're in, and they want to reach to the other side, which is your dreams to become reality, then this workbook is for you. But again, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching and giving me the love that I do, because it's so, oh my god, like it's so crazy. I never ever thought that I'd be here, but it's insane. But yes, I want to give it away to 2 people, so I'm going to do a kind of like pick the name wheel thing. So I'll make a whole community post on it, and I'll put all the little details in there of like what you need to do in order to sign up for the giveaway. And as like my the only thing that I ask is just to give me feedback and maybe a testimonial if you want, so I can put it up on my website. But yes, this is for you guys. So I will be, like I said, I will be making that community post later on today. So if you want to join the giveaway, it'll be there. Lo haces muy bien, te sale muy natural, vas al punto. Oh, thank you, Victoria. You're amazing. I love you. Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about today is it's going to be a sacrifice. Yes, it is going to be a sacrifice. Nothing is easy. Unfortunately, nothing is easy when it comes to your goals. Because it's tú eres muy bien para mí. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. So yes, it's going to be a sacrifice. Nothing is easy. Unfortunately, me having to change wasn't easy. Me having to go through these like tumbleweeds of figuring myself out and figuring out this whole goal thing, it wasn't easy at all. I cried a lot. I was so frustrated with myself. I was like, why can I not? Why me? Why can I not get above in all this? It's because it's because you're switching your mindset from being a procrastinator to being disciplined. It's so freaking hard. It's so hard, but it's all a sacrifice. You have to see the value in the thing that you're going after. If you don't see it as a valuable thing for whatever you're replacing, let's say you want to lose weight, so you're replacing the cookie with a salad. You have to see the value in the salad and know that in the long run it is going to give you what you want in the future, which is having the body of your dreams. All of it is a sacrifice. And the thing is that because we're so used to having instant gratification, we want the same thing for our goals. And it's getting even harder, so much more harder in this society to understand that things take time and things take work in order to receive the big reward. We want so badly to get that instant gratification, the same way that you feel when you pick up your phone and you scroll on Instagram or when you scroll on TikTok. For me, it's TikTok. Okay, it's so hard to remove yourself and be like, okay, if I eat this salad for 30 days, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to see the body of my dreams faster than I would if I were to scroll on my TikTok. It's so hard to see the value in that because you're not used to it. You're not used to seeing the progress. That's why I start from the beginning. You meet yourself where you're at so that you can practice finding that progress, so that you can prioritize your routine. But you have to understand that it's all a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your time, you have to sacrifice your energy, and you have to sacrifice just the things that you truly love to work on the things that you will love more in the future. So yes, that is kind of it with my little spiel today. Thank you so much, Victoria, because honestly, just imagine I spoke 20 minutes and then I like watched it later and you would not hear a single sound. I would have hated myself the rest of the day. I'm just kidding. I would have been so upset the rest of the day. I would have been like, oh my God, all this time for what? For nothing? Because because YouTube decided to freaking put the audio for Google. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But yes, that is pretty much it today. So I don't know if you guys are interested in talking, if you guys have any more questions. What am I doing today? Oh, today's pretty scary because I have oh, thank you. I have an interview later on today for a job, for a school job. And I'm so nervous. It's at 2:00. So from here, I have like an hour left because my next session isn't until 11:30. And then I have 2 sessions. So I have one at 12:30 and I have one at 11:30 and 12:30. And then I end at 1:30. I come back here. I'm at my mom's house. I come back here to my mom's house. I do my interview at 2. And I'm so scared. It's my second interview. And I'm like, oh, I really need this school job because me working the job that I do, I do in-homes. I'm a speech language pathologist assistant. So I do in-homes. So I go to people's homes and I do speech therapy for their kids. And I'm just not getting enough hours. And so I'm trying to do a job switch. And that's kind of taking a lot of my, what's it called? A lot of my time away right now. And so that's why I couldn't really film yesterday too. I have so much going on this week. It's crazy. Friday is my son's trunk or treat too. So I'm getting the trunk of my car ready for that. I just bought my costume. I'm going to be a witch. And then Thursday I have a doctor's appointment. Tomorrow I have a meeting with my company at our new clinic. Like, when do I find the time? When do I find the time? But I have to. And this is why I rely on my cancellations so that I can show up here. But yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. So, todo va ir bien. Thank you. I really hope so. I'll definitely let you guys know if I end up getting that school job. So súper para vas a sacarle provecho al tiempo. Sacarle provecho al tiempo. I know. I mean, with the school job, it'll be kind of hard just because it's not like this where I get cancellations. It's going to be either I have to film before I go to work or after, which more than likely would have to be after. But I'm like, I got to do it. If I want this to happen for myself, I got to do it. So yeah, I will let you guys go. Again, I will be making that community post for whoever wants to have this workbook. If you're watching the replay, the workbook is coming. I'm going to make the community post right now after I'm done with this. So sign up. I will let you guys know what you guys need to do. And all I will need is just your email. I'll send it to you. It's yours forever and you get to keep it. Just one thing I ask is just for some feedback, please. And I would really, really greatly appreciate it. And so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much. And thank you so much, Victoria. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I will catch you guys again. By the way, I will be going live again on Thursday, 8:30 a.m. at Pacific time. So I will catch you guys again on the next one. So